Well, hello, private practice success community. How are you going? Let's make sure I am live here on my page as we wait for hopefully a couple of you to hop on and join me. It is Saturday after all, so I'm hoping you are not back at the practice actually doing work. Hey Ash, how are you going? Are you having a day off? You seem to be constantly working these days. So I'm going to share this in a group whilst we wait for more people to join us. Here we go. Hey Tess, how are you going? Let me know what you've been up to. Where are you currently? Melbourne? Tassie? Happy Saturday to you too. Let me pop this in here. Hop on and join me live. Cool bananas. Let's post that one. It's posted. Who else is here? I can see I've got 3 people already. Ash and Tess. I'm glad to hear, Ash, from what I see on social media that your dinner last night went well. Tess says, I'm at the shack in Tassie watching Simon mow the lawns. Oh, hopefully with, what's the time? Can I say with a glass of wine? Maybe with a cup of tea in your hand. Just watching the handsome husband mowing the lawn. All right, one more group to share this in, and then we will get started. Okay, let's share this one into, how about we put this one into the next level mastermind. There we go. Posted. Yeah, so I'm here home. My husband is not home at the moment. He is out visiting a mate of his, and my one son, the 12-year-old, soon to be 13-year-old, is in China at the World Educational Robotics Championships. My daughter is downstairs working out a business plan for how she's going to be flipping products to make money now that grade 12 is done and dusted, and while she's waiting for uni to start, because apparently in Australia, universities only go back like end February, some even almost in March. It's like, how crazy is that, right? And then of course the 8-year-old he is such a, I don't know what the word is for his generation. Hey Tamara, but he's got Dan TDM playing on YouTube, but on the TV. He's got Minecraft on the one screen and I think Fortnite on the other one. But don't get concerned. He does have a sufficient amount of screen free time in his days, but I can already see he's going to grow up being an esports champion. Yes, there is such a thing. Esports people, Gary Vee, I believe, I'm speaking under correction, has an esports division as part of Vayner Talent. So it is a real thing. It is a real career. You need to embrace technology, people. Embrace it. Tess says he's the same as my guys, screen multitasking. I know, right? It's like, I don't know how they do it. And the focus with multiple screens, it is most certainly a generational thing. I think our brains are developing, right? Where it can actually keep up with stuff like that. It's crazy when you think about it. Evan sponsors a professional esportsman. That's amazing. That's amazing, right? It is a thing. I told you it is a thing. Good to hear that. Let me just refresh this and then I'm going to get started before I get video bombed, because Ethan does like to video bomb me. All right, so the topic of today's live stream is really me wanting to come to you and share with you some exciting changes about next year's masterclass. Now, I'm not going to be presumptuous because this is also being live streamed on my public Facebook page. So if you are new to my Facebook page, the public page, if you are new to the world of private practice, success, and therefore Gerda Muller. Let me introduce myself very briefly. I am Gerda Muller, of course. I am a clinical psychologist by trade. I am the founder of a group psychology practice called the Psych Professionals. We've got 2 group practices here on the south side of Brisbane. I'm also the founder of Source Health, which is an online or a telehealth counseling service, which was previously known as yourpsychonline.com. And I'm also the co-founder of Halo Practice Management, which is my youngest little baby in terms of businesses that I co-founded with the lovely Ash, that's here live with me, Ash Davison and Chelsea Knight, who are also involved, both of them, with the Psych Professionals. And of course, I'm a private practice success mentor and coach to allied health and mental health professionals. And as part of that mentoring and coaching business, of course, I offer various in-person events as well as online trainings and programs. So today I want to briefly talk to you about the masterclass. So if you've been in my community for more than a week, you probably know about the masterclass, I would hope. But again, I'm not going to assume. So I guess my signature program, the entry level program that people do when they start coming into my world, is the Private Practice Success Introductory Level Workshop. Now, I used to run those as a one-day workshop. I used to travel around the country presenting those in the capital cities, having lots of fun, meeting many practice owners from around Australia, truly getting to talk and get to know the challenges that practice owners are facing on a day-to-day basis. So that is a one-day workshop, and the word introductory can be misleading at times. It doesn't mean that it is for people that are new to private practice. I actually have people that's been in private practice for longer than me come to those, because you need to remember it is an introduction to you, irrespective of how long you've been doing this thing called private practice, to me and how I do it, to my business model, to my views, my opinions, my skills, my knowledge, my experience and competencies that I have built up over the years, and which I have really built up through trial and error most of the time, learning a lot, failing a lot, but also having a lot of wins, and of course myself also working very closely with my own business coaches and mentor. Because the fact of the matter is, guys, you don't know what you don't know, right? So I have found that people loved coming in, doing the introductory workshop, irrespective of what stage of development their practice was at, and to really get to know how I do things, so that they could find out what it is that they don't know. And then once people have done the one-day workshop, they then do have the option to enroll into my masterclass. So the masterclass, up until this year, I ran the last one in November, up until this year consisted of a 2-day weekend workshop. And in order to do the masterclass, you had to come in having done the introductory level workshop, because I need you to know the basics of how I think, how I do things, etc., right? And those basic knowledge and principles of doing it the private practice success way. And then you come into masterclass and we truly build on that. And it is one of the most content-rich, intensive programs that I run. I am literally exhausted at the end of it, but also very much inspired and exhilarated each time I've spent those 2 days with those amazing practice owners. So the changes that is coming in. You now have the option to first and foremost do the 1-day introductory workshop, not in person, but online. And I've taken it online as part of my vision. And this is really a values aligned decision to be able to make these introductory level workshops available to people that's in more regional, rural and remote areas, which also of course means that you don't have to, book out the time with your diary, arrange babysitters, book flights, accommodation, transport, all of that stuff in order to get to a capital city. So I've got it online, it's ready and waiting online, and people can do it, right? So you still need to do the training, but you can do it online in order to get into masterclass. Now in 2020, the next masterclass is not going to be 2 days anymore. Okay, it's going to be 3 days. 3 days. And you know what? I have been threatening to turn it into a 3-day program, in-person workshop for probably the last 3 years. Because what I find is that it is a very content-rich 2 days. It is very full-on. There are pockets of implementation sessions over the course of the 2 days, but I always had that niggling feeling at the back of my mind that, oh, I want these guys to really leave here having implemented more stuff. Why? Because I know how it is to be a practice owner. Okay, I know how it is. You hop on the plane or in the car and go back to where you came from, and the next morning you're back doing the daily grind, right? And the fact of the matter is, I want people to implement what it is that I teach them. Tess says, best decision ever. It's such an intense workshop, content was. I'm glad to hear that, Tess, because you've been there, right? You know how full on it is. And I know people go back and they get stuck onto the daily grind of doing things. And I know what it feels like also when I attend courses and you go, oh my goodness, I learned all this stuff. It is amazing. I want to implement it. And then when you don't have the time to do it, there's this frustration that starts to build up. I no longer want that to happen for my people, right? So when they come in, we're going to have 2 days of very similar than normal content rich, still having pockets of implementation, but I want to add this 3rd day, and this will be a compulsory day where you're going to come in and you're going to start implementing stuff, and I'm going to have my team there. I will have my principal psychologist there, and whomever's on my team at that point, probably Ash, although Ash will probably be potentially more hands-on with Halo at that point in time. I'll have Adam there, my clinical supervisor that does all the clinical supervision, our fit outcomes, all of that type of stuff. I'll have my PA there. I'll have my accounts people there. So basically the team of people that I would normally take to my highly popular Get It Done retreats will be there on the 3rd day to help my masterclass people implement, and implement some more, because I truly want them to maintain that momentum and then go home knowing that they've already started to get a return on their investment, right? Because they are taking action. So no more 2 days, it's now going to be 3 days. Okay, and I can tell you the dates of it. I should probably have written that down, but here it is. Going to be in June. Tamara says, brilliant, awesome. It's going to be in June. It's going to be the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th of June. Now, I'm putting it in the middle of the year because next year I'm not going to run the usual 2. I'm only going to run 1 masterclass, okay? Only 1. The reason for this is that next year is going to be a pretty amazing year. Okay, and if you haven't heard, I am running the inaugural Private Practice Success Conference called Elevate 2020. Now, it is my intention that it's going to be such a huge success that yes, next year will be inaugural and that we will have annual conferences after that. All of them will be called Elevate 2020 because yes, next year is 2020, but you know, there's 2020 vision. It's all about learning. It's all about up-leveling and elevating. So that is going to be the ongoing name of the conference. And that is happening in July. So that is 29, 30, and 31 July. And because I have this huge event, that's going to take some of my time, well, a significant portion of my time. I'm only going to run 1 masterclass, which means that you need to book your place in masterclass if you want to come in. So you're going to have only 1 opportunity in a 12-month span, okay, to do masterclass, which is literally a life-changing and practice-changing couple of days. And that's not my words. That's what people tell me once they've attended. And generally, not immediately once they've attended, they come back to me 6 months, 12 months, 18 months later, sending me generally this like late night Facebook messages where they go, Gerda, I just wanted to update you. I've been checking my numbers, and guess what? And then I hear these amazing wins that people have had as a result of implementing what they learn at masterclass. And a lot of this is financial gains, right? Because we're all in business. A lot of financial gains, but also time gains, family gains, less pressure, all of that type of stuff as a result of learning how to run their practice as a business and actually make money so they can pay themselves, so they have choice and freedom in how much they work or don't work. All right, so only one masterclass, but it's going to be over 3 days so that you can implement. Now, also what I want to answer now, because I'm thinking this might be a question for some people, is there a lot of similarities between masterclass and Elevate 2020? And the answer is no. Other than me being the organizer and the founder of both, and me being present at both, it's going to be two completely different separate events, okay? Masterclass truly is all about running your practice, building, growing, expanding it. It is like a manual for running your practice, okay? Where Elevate 2020 is going to be very strategy rich, very much mindset rich, right? But it's going to be strategies that does not only belong to me, but an array of speakers, okay, that's going to come in and share with you their content, their strategies, their mindset, strategies and implementation tactics. So I would strongly encourage you, of course, to come to both. It will be the best investments you make in your business and in your continuing professional development during 2020, hands down. Okay, so those two are completely separate events, completely separate content. Please be clear on that. All right, now if you are on here and you've got any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer it. And if you come back and you may be watching the replay or the recording, ask away and I'll come back and answer it for you. So what is the amazing special offer that I mentioned in my title? And that is the following. I've actually spent an hour this morning updating the masterclass webpage that sets out all the information. So I've updated everything according to what I've just told you. But there's one thing I didn't change, and that is the investment into the masterclass, okay? So if you enroll and you book your place for the June 2020 masterclass before the 1st of January, you will be able to book and lock in the 2019 investment amount, okay? Because the price will go up in 2020. It really should, because you are now not getting 2 days of my time and that of my team, you're getting 3 days, okay? So for me, the cost in terms of offering this workshop has just gone up by a third, all right? So I've got no choice. I'm a business person. I have to increase the fees. However, I wanted to give you all an opportunity to lock in your place right now or within the next, how much? You have 2 weeks until the end of the month to secure your place for the 2020 masterclass, okay? For the price, not for 2 days, but for 3. And remember, when you do book masterclass, you are actually booking for 3 people as well. So the investment is a practice investment. You can come by your own sim, and a lot of people do just come by themselves, or you can bring 1 extra person or a 3rd extra person, whether that is your principal psych, a senior associate, a practice manager, a business partner. Some people bring their spouses, right? And they make them sit next to them. And I can sometimes see them looking at them and go, see, I told you how much hard work it is. See, I told you about all these challenges. See, it's not just me that's going through all of this. Everybody is. And see, that is what we can be doing. That is how much money we can be making. Can you see this is a viable opportunity? That often happens, and I always have one or other spouse come to me at the end of the workshop going, you know what, I didn't want to come. I was made to come, but it was the best 2 days I could have spent with my husband or wife, because now I get it. I truly get it. And a lot of times couples come in where the husband or the wife has been running the practice, not on the same page, and they leave with a shared vision for the impact that they can achieve for their clients, for their communities, for their family, as well as the financial choice and time freedom that can be created as a result of starting to run that business as a business, and also still at the same time being able to help more people in better ways. Okay, that is for me one of the magic pieces that happens during masterclass. Hey Simon and Tracy, thanks for hopping on. Hey Daniel, joining late. Yes, I'm almost done, Tracy, but you've been to masterclass, so you're all good. You're all good. And maybe what I should say as well is that there are already some places booked for the June 2020 masterclass. And the reason for that is that if you are in my 2020 inner circle, you will know who you are. You get to come to the masterclass for free. So we already have a couple of places booked. By the way, I still do have 2 places in the 2020 inner circle. So if you have not put your hand up, if you have not decided to make 2020 yours, like truly, not just saying it, but like truly doing it, then let me know. Just email me at gerda@private-practice-success. 2 more places in the inner circle for 2020, and you get to come to masterclass for free. Yes, for free. Hey Shelpa, how are you? But otherwise, if you're not in the inner circle and you do want to invest into the masterclass, go to the website. I'll pop the link into the comments section, and you still have until the end of December, so 1 January, the investment will go up for 2020. This is an absolute no-brainer offer, right? Hey Michelle, how are you? No-brainer offer. Please make use of it. I think I've said everything that I needed to say. I think I did. Any questions? I know Shilpa, Michelle, you guys have been joining late. You missed all the big news. You'll have to watch it again. But anybody else, if you've got any questions, let me know. Let me pop this on here. You're welcome. Dinner was amazing. You're welcome to ask questions in the replay. If there's anybody that want to just email me privately, my email is gerda@private-practice-success.com. Yeah, this is one amazing offer. I don't make these type of offers very frequently. It's a no-brainer. Get onto it. Make 2020 truly the year that you up level. Make it the year that you say yes to your ultimate level 5 private practice. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, especially being Saturday. Have an amazing weekend, and let's keep on talking here on Facebook. Speak to you soon. Bye.